Look at that. On cue.
You know, I used to work...
We're on air now.
You know,
Good morning.
solo. So
Go on, we're on air now.
yeah, okay.
I just thought I'd tell you in case.
Can I introduce you? Oh, this is Don McLean.
It rings.
It's beautiful. Thank you very much. Lovely to see you.
Yeah. Should we do a formal introduction for you?
No.
No, let's not. People will know you through your music, and maybe they don't even know some of the songs that you created over the years, but American Pie, for example.
Yes.
I only mention that because it's like one of those registers. Sure. People go, I know that song.
You know,
it's one of my favorite
songs. I found out that
songs.
it's been downloaded 110 million times. I mean, Vincent's been downloaded about 30 million times, but 110 million. And I wasn't even watching. Someone did an interview with me. It was called Don McLean in the Digital Age. And they said, you know, even though I got some sort of certificate from BMI that said it had been played 5 million times, I said, that's nothing. You know, 110 million on Spotify or whatever. So I don't understand the new world too much, but it seems to be working for me.
When you wrote that song, for example, did you know that it was going to have such incredible resonance?
I didn't. I was a nobody. I had one album out. You know, it was very tough going, and this song was a phenomenon right away. And they started playing Peggy Sue, and they started playing Buddy Holly again, and so many things happened. I mean, the Buddy Holly story, the actual book, according to the author of the book, a guy named John Goldrosen, nobody wanted the book. After American Pie, they put the book out. The book became the template for the movie, and the movie started Buddy back. And then they started having a lot of these oldies stations playing 50s and 60s music, which they thought nobody cared about. They loved. So American Pie kind of opened the door to a lot of stuff.
So now you're on tour. You're going to be coming on tour, aren't you?
Yes.
And you've got some new music. What are you going to play something for us now live?
Yeah, I can show you a part of one. This is a Total Eclipse of the Sun, and it's from this album that I'm coming out with, Botanical Gardens. It's actually a true story, but I'll sing a couple of verses of it. There she was, behind the counter when I saw her. She took me by surprise. 10 years had passed since our brief encounter, when I got caught with the sun in my eye. It was a total eclipse of the sun. Total eclipse of the sun. On that hot summer day, she blew me away in a total eclipse of the sun. I'll skip to one more verse. And it goes like this. She invited me to her folks' summer home, and when I got there, she told me goodbye. I stayed the next day. She stayed away while the sun burned a hole in my eye. It was a total eclipse of the sun. Total eclipse of the sun. I remember that day when they all looked away from a total eclipse of the sun.
Oh,
so
what
lovely.
a treat.
And do you know what I'm thinking as you're singing that? You're such a good storyteller in your songs, because you're absolutely drawn in to the story as you're singing.
Well, I see the song in my head, and I write it down. I sing it into a tape recorder.
Yeah.
And I still do the same thing. And with this album, it had been quite a while since this American Troubadour documentary and double CD had come out. And the next project, I didn't know what I was going to do. I mean, I'm getting old. There are a million things out there, you know, and you sort of think, what's the point? But I started this Botanical Gardens idea of being almost a place where, you know, an old guy goes to remember his youth and romance. And behind him, behind these gates, is the city. You know, he's got to go back to the city that, you know, cold, kind of not very romantic place. But here he is in this wonderful garden. And, you know, he starts thinking about falling in love again, you know, and all this good stuff. And so all the album came from that, really.
And there, the Botanical Garden, it's in Australia. Is this where you used to walk? Or
yeah, there's a beautiful royal garden right next to the Sydney Opera House. And for several tours, you know, I would just take my exercise and walk over there. And it's a very unique, and I've been in many of these places, and I have I live in properties with large gardens and, you know, all kinds of natural things. I'm not a city person, so it was lovely to have that. And, you know, and of course, England has so much of that as well. And
oh, we've got plenty of lovely places for
yes,
you to see.
do.
Now, are you going to indulge us by playing something from the old days as well?
Oh, well, I'm going to play a little chorus of American Pie. So
do you know what? There's a cheer. There was literally a cheer in the gallery. Everyone's listening. There was a cheer.
Well, the whole song started in my head. It came in one piece, like there's a long, long time ago. I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance. Maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. But something touched me deep inside the day the music died. That all came in one thing. And then I started to sing.
Ready?
Oh, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Rode the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. We were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Rode the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. They're dancing. Good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die.
Has made my day. That is it on Breakfast. Thank you very much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Don McLean, you
I
are a
loved it.
legend. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.
Very nice.